Hey guys, Mallory here. Welcome back. In this mini lesson, we're covering a topic that I haven't taught on yet, but one that I'm really passionate about, and that is fingerpicking. When I was a beginner, I went through a phase where I wasn't really into playing guitar until my guitar teacher showed me a song that used fingerpicking. And that's what really sparked my passion for guitar, and I've loved fingerpicking ever since. Fingerpicking is exactly how it sounds. You use your fingers to pick the strings instead of an actual pick. At first, it feels really awkward and complicated and not natural at all, but with these simple hacks, it'll feel like second nature in no time. And once you get a feel for it, it becomes really fun to experiment with different chords and songs. First things first, I want to encourage you not to use your pinky finger as an anchor finger when you're finger picking, as that can cause some tension over time and you don't want to do that. Sometimes I'll do it for like a moment if I'm playing live and I need some more stability, but I try not to get into the habit of doing it. So if you're brand new to fingerpicking, start by choosing a chord that you're comfortable with. We'll go with a G major chord. Some of you might play it like this, but I'm going to go ahead and add the extra finger in there. You can play it either way. Now with your picking hand, you'll go ahead and choose what I'll call a finger sequence. And that's just the order of fingers that you'll use over and over again. You could do something like thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1, thumb 2, or you could do thumb 1, 2, thumb 1, 2, whatever sounds good to you. There's a lot of freedom in this, so don't get hung up on the sequence, just start with one and go from there. And then you're just gonna practice getting the rhythm of that with the chord that you chose. So it can be slow like this. You just wanna get a feel for that finger picking pattern. And remember, your thumb is hitting the string downward like this, but then your other fingers are plucking the strings upward like this. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now we can go ahead and move on to choosing a chord progression. I'll do C add 9, G, E minor 7, and D. It'll sound something like this. And then you can just repeat it. So if you notice, even as I'm transitioning chords, my fingers over here are still doing the same pattern. I'll slow it down so you can see. So my fingers are not stopping during that transition, I'm just continuing to pick and letting it flow. Also, just know sometimes the pattern might vary a little bit. Let's say you lose the rhythm, or you're in the middle of changing chords and you're like, I gotta hit that note instead. That's okay. Like I said, there's a lot of freedom in that, but the goal is to go back to that pattern when you can. And there's also one really important thing we want to be mindful of, but before we go any further, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, I don't even know those chords, this fingerpicking thing sounds too advanced for me, then I want to invite you to check out my beginner guitar course, Beginner Guitar Roadmap. I designed this course to be as clear and simple as possible, and it'll teach you the foundational skills you need to know as a beginner and beyond. So if you're a total newbie and you just started learning guitar, or maybe you've just been stuck in the beginner stage for a while, I know this step-by-step course can help you to get started and get playing. To learn more, just click the link in the description below. Okay, so back to fingerpicking. One important thing to note is even though the sequence of fingers is staying the same, meaning the fingers I'm using and the order I'm using them in, the specific strings I'm playing are changing. So this stays the same, but the strings I'm using are changing. Okay, so what I mean is twofold. You want to pluck the specific strings that are in each chord, and that'll change, right? Because different chords use different strings. So for example, if I play a G chord, I can play all the strings, right? But if I play a D chord, I'm only playing from the D string down, so I definitely don't want to hit these upper two strings. The second thing that'll help us to know what strings to pluck is the root note or the bass note. The root note is just the foundational note of the chord and the lowest note. So for example, in our G chord, that would be this G up here, and then for our D chord, it would be the D. So see, that thumb note that we're hitting changes. For the C add 9, it would be the C, and then for the E minor 7, it would be our low E. So for this chord progression, it's a little easier because our thumb is the only one that's changing strings. The other two strings that we're using with these two fingers can stay the same. Those strings are actually common to all the chords, so we're good. So as you can see, it'll change a little bit from chord to chord, but our finger pattern on our picking hand will stay the same. So experiment with some different chords and songs and see what sounds good to you. If you enjoyed this lesson and are looking for more, I actually send out weekly tips, exclusive updates, and mini lessons like the one you just saw. To jump into my email community, just click the link in the description below and you'll be all set. That wraps up this lesson for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.